Good morning. How are you, Michael?
I'm making music.
Nice.
There we go.
There we go. This morning. Thank you for joining me. I'm actually acknowledging you as Michael this morning instead of ignoring that you're a different person.
I told my mom, hey, I'm going to be on this live stream thing, and she's like, I didn't think that was funny. Why didn't he call you by your real name? That was not funny.
Thought it was hilarious.
So that was not a mom-approved joke.
Nice. It was awesome. Well, I added your picture here, so Jimmy might not be happy about that, but thank you for
being
joining.
On vacation.
Yeah, and you're a proud member of our chat every morning, and you helped us out while I was gone, so thank you for hopping in and joining us while Jimmy is playing hooky this week, right?
Yeah, hey, he's allowed to take a break every so often too.
Everybody is, yeah. I think we're nearing the end of summer, which is amazing, but I think a lot of crazy things this week. People are back to travel, and you were somewhere exciting this week. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your time at Come To Me Next?
Yeah, I was in Denver for this, whatever. Doesn't matter what days I was in Denver, but Come To Me Next happened. It's a community-run event. If you have heard of Commsverse a few weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, Commsverse in Denver. This is like they're like partner events that they work together with each other, and this one's the kind of U.S. version of that. So it happened in Denver at the Renaissance Hotel. All the major vendors you expect to be there, all the overrun with MVPs and some Microsoft people and all the partners. So really good event.
I see a few of them in these pictures here, and it kind of overrun my feed this week a little bit. So it was like a couple hundred people, it looks like, in the audience, and we had a guest speaker, or the keynote speaker, right? One of our favorite friends, Tom Arvinoff, right?
Yep, Tom was great. I got to hang out with him quite a bit this time. It was fun. I got a Teams tattoo.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
It's not permanent, but it's so the women and then also I don't know if you can see it, the light, but a little fingernail thingy.
Nail decals, nice.
Yes. So the women in tech, or the women in teams, they had a little booth, and they were just giving, go there and talk, and they did your nails and threw on tattoos.
I love it. Very
nice.
As
far as Tom did the keynote address. I gave a presentation along with Tracy Herr on Teams devices and Intune and conditional access. Lots of other great things. A lot of it is going to roll out onto YouTube. They were recorded. We did the Teams devices, Ask Me Anything from there, which was fun. Walked by the Jabra booth. It was kind of like the spur of the moment. So it wasn't an official part of there, but they were gracious. They gave us a room. I was walking by the Jabra booth, and I'm like, hey, that Panicast 50, can I just borrow that tomorrow morning? They're like, sure. So we set that up. It worked great. So
that's awesome.
It's a good 2-day event. Good trip. So it's I always consider these kind of like a vacation, but it's so great just to seeing all the people. To me, they're as much about learning as a social event.
Well, I was super jealous. I had a little bit of FOMO. So I did actually see there was one big announcement that came out, and maybe not super huge, but tell us about Crestron Panels, what the new update was there.
Yeah, Crestron just announced that their panels will support Android 10. So that's a great way to extend the supported life as far as Android patches and that sort of thing. So that kicks it out, I think, about 2 years to 2024. Awesome. There's a whole different kind of there's a whole discussion about what the supportability really means. I know Jimmy and you guys have talked about it in the past, so I'm not going to get into that. But it's good to see that Crestron is still actively developing these and moving it forward. And who knows, maybe they'll extend it again in the future sometime.
Love it. Android's important. We talk about Android a lot. So for those of you like me that missed out on Come To Me Next, there are, like Michael had said, links on YouTube. So just search Come To Me Next. I know that Tom's keynote address is up there. I watched it last night. It was great listening in. So I'm looking forward to seeing what other content lands there in the coming weeks. But make sure you check that out. Another big event this week, and I think all of our friends out in Australia are probably sleeping right now and not joining our podcast, but a lot of our friends were there and in attendance. We've got Joe over here. We got our friends from Logitech. So heard that was another great event this week, and love to hear, people out in market showing off good product, right?
Yeah, that pretty much blew up my my LinkedIn feed. I was expecting to see all this Come To Me Next talk, and Integrate kept popping like 2 to 1.
Love it.
Probably because it's a larger event would be my main guess. But yeah, it seemed like it was a really good time down there, and I'm sure I have FOMO of that one. I've never been to Australia. I'm like, somebody
next year.
Somebody invite me out, and by invite me out, I mean pay my trip.
There we go.
And I will be there.
Me too. Let's make a trip together. All right. So another big announcement this week, and this is sort of my bag. So I'm in the Kosol area. If you are a partner or an OEM and you're talking about Kosol, it's been something that has become a big focal point. Microsoft's investing quite a bit in the Kosol process. So if you are not a part of our Kosol community, I'll be posting a link in the chat. We have content that comes out almost twice a quarter. The big topic of the quarter is all about referrals. If you're a partner and you have a large opportunity that you want to engage Microsoft on, there's a whole process to engage with Microsoft. And Microsoft also wants to be able to send referrals your way. So if this is something you want to know more about, go ahead. I'll put the link in the chat, but this is something I highly encourage you to get invested in, because it's something that we're going to continue to talk about through the coming year. Kosol, right? All right, another big announcement, and I think you saw a little bit about this week. So, Michael, I'll let you take the reins on this one.
Yeah, timely comment there by Dave Fitzgerald. Glad the Jabra team could help. And the Jabra at the booth at Comes Next had the PanaCast 50 because they were showing it connected to the Lenovo Core Teams Rooms Windows system. So we kind of broke their demo for a little while. That's okay. They have the PanaCast, the 20s they're using as well. But yeah, this is a single bundle that is put together that where you can just buy, hey, we want this solution. You get the Lenovo ThinkSmart Core and a Jabra PanaCast all in one. You don't have to go out and buy two separate things. It's all in one bundle. So it's good to see these really great solutions together as one, making it easy to purchase, and then supportability will be there as well, because Lenovo understands the PanaCast, and Jabra understands the Lenovo Windows side of things. So a good relationship there.
Well, one of the big things I think is that distribution, to be able to buy things as one single SKU is amazing. So that will, I believe, be available and in stock sometime in September. So if you're purchasing through a distributor, I believe these are set up, and we'll see if maybe Dave Fitzgerald can help us out and let us know which distributors this is set up at. But I, for one, am very excited to have yet another SKU option that's kind of makes it easy, plug and play, one single SKU, and you're off and running. So well done, Lenovo and Jabra teams. So next up, one of the big exciting feeds this week, and I know we've got a couple people in the chat that actually hit this list. This is Commercial Integrators 40 Under 40, and our very own Monique Rezai, our Director of North America, and actually Americas now. She's leader of Canada, US, and Latin America. She was one of the 40 Under 40, so super exciting. Congratulations, Monique. I'm not sure if you're with us this morning, but everybody give her a high five for that. We've also got Shannon from PrimeView that was also in the mix. I think we had some from AVI SPL. A lot of our friends and familiar faces were on that list. So congrats to all that hit the 40 Under 40. I think I've passed that threshold at this point.
Yeah, I need to. Right? Sadly, I'm at the point it's got to be 60 Under 60.
Yeah, right. It's all
Can't
good.
even do the 50 Under 50 anymore.
Let's make our own 60 Under 60.
So Monique is awesome. I haven't worked with her professionally, but I hung out at ISE. She was at the booth, and we met. I think maybe at Enterprise Connect. Mm-hmm. So I just know she's super fun person, great person to be around. So it's good to see that she's being acknowledged for her professional side, not as me having a positive opinion of her.
Yeah, no, she's awesome. And she's been in the industry for a long time. So those of you at Poly, she was there for a long time prior to her time at Microsoft. So deeply entrenched in the channel, super excited for her. And really, we kept it short this week. There is some significant news coming up about licensing that we will soon share with you. But for now, we figured we'd gather up the resources that we have and kind of put that aside. So we figured the last thing that we'd kind of cap it off with is case studies. This is something that we are a huge fan of at Microsoft, and unfortunately, we don't get enough of them. So call to action for all of you there. Case studies are super important. This one is one that came out from Diversified this week. They had a great install at Travers Smith. They were able to do, I think it was like a 130-inch screen at the headquarters there. And we also had, I think there was 10 to 12 other rooms, different sizes, but they standardized on Crestron and Logitech, and just love to see it. So want to see all those pictures. I think pictures speak 1,000 words. I really like their implementation here, the different shapes of the tables. Awesome. So well done, Diversified. I want to see more case studies. If you've got one to share with us, please certainly help us out there and let us know if we can help you get those published. That's something that we think really speaks volumes. Any last words, Michael Tressler? Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I forgot it. Comes V Next. Nate Loback had a great session on different management options for Teams Rooms Windows, and he asked a trivia question, and I was being polite, and I let the room have a shot, like 5 or 6 incorrect answers. I got it correct, so if you look kind of over my shoulder, if you can see it, that's all vinyl records.
Oh my God, I didn't notice that ever.
Yeah, okay. That's all records. Over here offside is my record player. So the gift I got was he had 2 records, and I got Pearl Jam 10.
Nice.
This is there's like the original record and then the remastered, remixed version. So it's 2 copies of the same record, double LP. So Nate, shout out, great session, great gift.
Very
like you
nice.
could have picked something better for me to get. So
are you going to take it out of the plastic, or are you going to?
Oh no, every record gets played once. I don't have any unplayed records unless I accidentally bought something twice, which has happened. But no, I play them all.
Love it. All right. Well, hey, one kind of shout out for Michael Tressler is we've got a couple of platforms that you play on. I know Teams Rooms Fridays, certainly every other Friday, I think, for the most part. But what other platforms can we find you on?
Teamsfridays.com. That is a podcast I do with Jimmy and Martin Bohm and Ruben Newellars, and we have some guests. So that comes out every 2 weeks. Catch it on any podcast, whatever podcast tool you use. You can get us there. My YouTube channel. I'm over 1,000. I thought I was going to be an influencer. I thought that made me an influencer. I thought over 1,000 I'd be an influencer, and it ends up being. You also need 4,000 hours watched video, and I'm like 2,700. It's tough to get that big when you do a lot of Teams devices training videos that are like 5 minutes long.
Right.
I do want to shout out also to Tom Arbuthnot in his empowering.cloud website. I'm going to put a video out there for him. He's collecting he's trying to make it like a hub. I don't know. I don't want to describe it for him, but it's kind of like a Discord plus a YouTube plus a blog collection, whatever, all about team stuff. So if you haven't been to empowering.cloud, take a visit, and I'll have something out there soon, and then Twitter and LinkedIn.
Very good. We'll love to see it. Thank you so much for all the content that you consistently put out every week. And again, thank you for joining us this week. We're going to have to make you a regular.
I don't know.
We'll do it, all 3 of us every Friday.
Yeah, you get me and Jimmy in the same room. And we're already at 13 minutes.
There you go. I just realized we're over 13. So thank you, everybody, for hanging on. Yeah.
Real quick, the question in the chat, who should they send their case studies to? To you? You on LinkedIn?
Yes, via LinkedIn, and we'll share it on the next week's event. Yeah, love it. Send us any content you can, and we'll be glad to share it.
All right, I think that's it. Is there a going out video we're supposed to show? Yeah, here we go. Ending. So. All right, so goodbye, everyone. Have a great Friday.
Bye, everybody. Happy Friday.
Bye.